What's up, guys? Inklusive podcast back again. Today we got a very special guest, per usual. We got my boy Erick, Satchmoe Art.
What's up? What's up?
Everybody can clap. Yeah, guys, we got my boy Erick in the house. I'm excited for this one, bro.
I've been excited. Like ever since I hit you up, I've been very excited to get here. And I like the layout of your shop too, by the way.
Oh, thank you, bro. Appreciate that. You got the new sign fitting perfect too. Yeah, guys, but it's me, your guest, your host, P-Loke, and then, of course, co-host, my boy Daryl.
What's good, people?
And then we have our guest today, Erick from Satchmoe Art. Let the people know who you are, bro, and, what do you do? A little background on you.
Okay. Well, my name is Erick Satchell II. I am the owner of Gremlin's Tattoo Lounge, which is not that far from these guys in Hyattsville, Maryland. I also am a co-owner of a travel group on the tattoo circuit, so Flawless Empire Tattoos.
Yeah, you guys are killing it, bro.
We just created that in June, so at the Houston show, and then it kind of just took off from there because we had like some pretty big names on that show.
Yeah.
And then the Denver one, it really took off. That's when we had Shine and Valentine and all them, and then we just kind of took that and went stride with it. So I say since June, as a group, we probably have over 40 awards, like collective together.
Wow.
Like,
I know the last one, I think it was the Denver one. That's where I saw like you guys really
that was a little flex.
really shut it down, bro. I was like, damn.
That was a cool flex. I've never been been a part of that. And this year has been a good year as far as awards goes. I know a lot of artists don't seek awards. But I think it's fun.
Yeah.
I play sports. I play like college basketball and stuff. So like I get a thrill out of putting up my tattoo against everybody else's tattoos at the end of the day, and seeing what everybody can do in the same time period as you.
Yeah,
like, it's just pretty crazy what you see up there.
Nah, it's funny because when I told my brother that you were coming, he was like, "Oh, that's the guy that at the DC tattoo convention took first place," and I think he got like the second one.
Bro.
Yeah.
That I think that was that Friday. That was that Friday. I was tatting a client. He's from Chicago, but he just comes here to get tatted. Mm-hmm. And he just lets me go crazy with a design. And I went off of like a Japanese kind of like realism design.
Yeah, I remember it.
And I remember it going up there, and he went up there, and I was just like, oh man, we're gonna lose.
It's usually the ones you don't expect to win.
And DC's only first place, so you lose so many times at that show, and it's just like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and then they called the name,
give up.
bro. As soon as they called the name, somebody in the back was like, boo. I was like,
No way.
Damn. Haters,
like, wow.
bro.
The haters, bro.
But
They're mad they didn't win.
That award, along with a lot of other awards this year and a lot of other connections, it's been like a continuous like
a streak.
a streak, yeah, bro. Like me and my friend Jordan that I was just telling you about, we pretty much won at like every show this year, and we've done about 14, 15 like villain art shows, and then we done like Empire and Golden State.
But you guys do a lot of shows.
Yeah, like we don't really expect to win anything at the invite ones, like the bigger name, because it's just the competition's too crazy.
Right.
We're just happy to be there.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think I've
Honestly.
ever gone to an invite only one.
You should, bro.
I want to. I missed out on Golden State. I didn't know it got that booked up so early on.
Yeah, it got sold out. We actually weren't even there underneath the Flawless Empire name. We were there under Peaks.
Okay.
Because
Peaks in the Valley.
Yeah, because
okay.
we got our application in a little bit too late, and then I had just did the guest spot with Shine. Mm-hmm. So he was just like, "Hey, just roll with us."
Yeah, that's sweet, bro.
All right, cool.
Gotta meet that guy, man.
Yeah, man.
He seems like a cool dude.
He does.
I love like his brand, everything he got going, bro. That shit is
His energy
levels.
is like, contagious.
And he's been doing it for a while, bro. I was checking his stuff out when he was like at the old studio.
Yeah.
Like when he still had
Like
like
his
the
studio or Skull Museum.
I think Skull Museum.
Okay.
And then I know he got his own jump before he got this big one that he has now.
Yeah. I got a cool story for that one. So we can go all the way back to where I met the guy who owns Skull Museum, Nick Westfall. Like,
Okay.
I've been watching him for a while. I didn't even know who Shine was, right? So I met Nick at a restaurant in Miami, like fresh off the plane. Just happened to be eating at the same place, and I was like, "Oh, I think that's."
So, but you already knew him. You already knew about him.
I already knew him. I was like, I didn't go up and talk to him.
Yeah.
So I have a full circle moment with him, but he ties in with Shine. So like, we did Golden State last year, so not the most recent one, last year. And we're staying in the same hotel as Shine and Jessa and all them. So, you know, you go downstairs, you eat your breakfast in the morning, and you go to the show. Yeah. So we go down, me and Jordan, we're just eating. And, you know, Shine and Jessa walk by, and Jordan's like, yo, that's Shine. I'm like, I don't know who that guy is.
For real?
Yeah, I didn't know who that guy is. Like, I've been so, like, stuck in a shell here. I haven't been exposed to a lot of, like, big-name artists right out the gate in my career. I'm learning as I go. Like I'm self-taught too, so it's just I've been winging it like my whole life.
How long you been tattooing for?
11 years.
Okay, pretty good time.
I'd say about like 5 or 6 years have been like fun.
Which means
like these last 6 years.
These last few like 6 years been fun, but like the first 4 or 5 is just like.
It's like the learning process.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
And I have no validation because, like, you know, when you have an apprentice, you can, you know, get your validation from your mentor. Me, it's just like I do a tattoo. I'm like, I think I did it good.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's how I was.
Yeah, until I actually worked alongside people, and then I ended up like teaching somebody because I started in a private studio, and then I started expanding, and then. Once we expanded enough upstairs, and that's when I was like, okay, we're doing something well. But then at the same time, in that area in Hyattsville, it's an art district. So,
are you guys like right next to the courthouse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ish.
Okay. Yeah. It's like the building. It's like isn't it kind of connected with the Vigilante Coffee?
I'm connected with that building.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's how I know, because you know what's funny about that spot? Back in the day, I tried to get. One of the spots that was like it was for lease. Yeah. But I remember the dude, he was I asked him like a few times because I know I tried once, he denied it. And then I called him back and I was like, "Can you give me the reason why not?" And he was like, "Bro, we used to have a tattoo shop downstairs, but he said he had like a really bad time. They had to get like a hazard team."
I think I know which building you're talking about. It's not the one connected with with Vigilante, right?
It's like the one at the end.
At the end, right? Yeah, I heard the stories about that place.
Yeah, no, I know, bro. He told me a few years because I actually tried later again, and he was still like, I never want to know about a tattoo shop.
Okay,
I was like, damn, okay,
must have been bad. Yeah, it must have been really bad.
From the stories I heard, it's pretty bad. But like the building, the one that's connected with Vigilante, at the time I went over there, this is like 6 years ago. I think I had that business for 6 years. So we get there, it just says. Art district in the making. We're looking for people, super low rate. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, cool. So, and I just stumbled on it on accident because I was trying to open the shop in College Park, like right by University of Maryland. Okay. Just get like the college kids and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
But I seen there's a couple places over there that are like already established. I didn't want to be like close to anybody. I wanted to like create my own territory. So we kept driving down the street. And this is like, it's just me at this point. It's me and my friend Tay. He has a recording studio, so it was like music and tattoos. So it was a cool dynamic. We were upstairs in the same building that we are now currently in, and after like a year there, I expanded. So then I had the next studio. So imagine we was like already in this studio room. Now we have 2 studio rooms, and they connect with a door inside. And then another year goes by. I'm like, I need more space. So we get the space all the way at the end of the hall. So now it's 3 spaces. Okay. And then there's like 3 other spaces too. So you got more of like a traditional tattoo private studio. Right. You know, old head. And then like a custom tattoo studio. So there's 2 tattoo studios up there. We're all cool. Like.
Oh, so like 2.
Yeah, completely separate. Yeah.
Okay.
Separate businesses.
I think I know one of them. She had
Imani?
painted something for me. Can't remember her name, bro.
Like ink play or
No.
No,
it was. Oh, man, I can't remember her name. She drew something up for me back in the day. We traded work.
I wonder who it is.
I forgot who. I can't think of her name. Damn, I suck. She's gonna be like, bro. She's gonna comment on this post.
It's me. Leave a comment.
Yeah, but nah. Shout out to her because she was a great artist. Yeah. And then she started tattooing, or I think she already was tattooing, but she just was really good with pencil and paper.
I feel like I might know who you're talking about, and I'm probably forgetting the name too. But yeah, there's also like a hair salon up there too.
That's cool though. You guys got like just a little bit of everything going on up there, yeah.
And then, so COVID hit, and then right in the middle of COVID, the storefront downstairs used to be a sewing shop. She was expanding, so she moved down the street, and I was like, let me get that because I need that storefront presence or whatever, but still keep the upstairs. For the people that don't want to be like on the storefront level. And this is like I said, it's in the middle of COVID, so you're like putting up at least like 10-15 grand to basically remodel, move in, get it all situated. And then luckily I got a COVID grant.
There we go.
That's what I didn't get.
Dang.
Yeah, the city building is literally right across the street. I can walk there, so I know the people in there, they'll look out. They'll be like, hey, you should apply for this grant.
Yeah,
that's smart.
That's cool,
smart.
bro.
You reinvested into the business, man.
Yeah. I wasn't able to. I think you had to be in business for like a certain amount of time.
Oh, yeah, that is one of the requirements. Yeah. I think it's like 3-year minimum or something like that.
Yeah, and I wasn't. I got my LLC late, bro.
This the weird thing, I call it weird, but like Hyattsville as a whole, tattooing is approved, for licensing and stuff like that. But then they created this art district. So when I first moved in there, nobody had created a code or like zoning for that. So it was a 3-month process, but I got it. Like,
wow.
I got it. That's why the other shops were able to move in. I don't say anything to them about it, but like, yeah, you're there.
You're like, thanks to you.
Yeah. So you helped get it zoned for tattooing?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
what was the zoning for? What's the zoning for that specific area? Do you know?
I don't know I don't remember the exact stuff, but I remember like I got the business up and running enough for it's like just me. And then I told the landlord like, hey, just let me know if I need anything else, because my first business, I don't really know. Maryland's like really not strict at all.
Not at all,
It's
bro.
very vague when it comes to
Yeah.
tattooing, yeah.
So I'm like not sure exactly what's going on. And then I remember pretty vividly, I went to OVO concert in Toronto.
Oh yeah.
Like with my boy. I came back with my boy that has a recording studio. We came back, we had like all these orange stickers on our door, like 500 this, 500 that, 500 this, 500 that. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, fines?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, and I basically, so I told the landlord, and by the way, we're cool now. And the guy that was slapping the fines on the door, I was like, bro, I'm not paying that. Like, that's
bro,
like
we could trade work.
$2,000 worth of like fees at that time, and I didn't have the money I have now today. It's just like, I'm not paying that, because I told my landlord, like, if anything is missing, let me know. Mm-hmm. And so long story short, like I went through that process, but while I was in that process, I was working at a walk-in shop in Waldorf. That was my first time ever working like in a
shop setting.
Yeah, and I would do that like during the day, and then during the weekend when I knew the cops weren't there, because they get off at a certain time at that building, I would come in and do like some tattoos off the late night, just hustling, tat in my own place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Damn, bro. Sounds like you had to go through a lot to get where you're at now.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't recommend that process to anybody, but at least for me, I appreciate the grind, the experience.
Yeah, for sure.
It makes me like more proud of the like process I went through.
Yeah.
And the way you were pioneering something that hasn't been done before.
Yeah.
So you were learning as you went.
Learning as I go, like to this day, and like even when I was in school, like I couldn't get like a apprentice because I was playing basketball in school. You can't have a job.
Oh, that's right.
So I was slinging tattoos in the dorm room.
Hey, there we go, man.
I have a basketball game, and then
how old are you, bro?
Cleaned up. 32.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
It sucks saying 32.
Not at all, bro.
I feel like I used to feel like that. Once I hit 30s, I was like, damn, man, I feel like old. And then even now, like, because we get to tattoo a lot of young people, so like they always remind you how old you are.
They come in, I'm 19, I'm 20. And you're like, damn.
Nah, but then I look at like what they got or how they're doing, and I'm like, they could barely afford this tattoo. Some of them, you know, it's like
that's right.
I'm happy I'm 30 and I'm striving right now, you know.
What makes me proud is like that group we put together. Jordan, he's 26. Getting it. He wins like more awards than me, like almost double. He keeps me
on your toes.
Yeah, because he's super fast too. Like I thought I was fast, and then I met him. I was like, damn, bro, you fast.
It's always cool to see how other artists do it, especially
fast
the younger
and
ones.
proficient too. Like, it's clean.
That's
Yeah.
good.
And it's color realism. He can do black and gray, but he even does that a little bit different. It's just different way he does it. It's almost like paintery almost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
Because he does more color, right?
he does more color. And then like on Sunday he'll do black and gray, and I can hear him over my shoulder be like, "Oh yeah, today's a chill day." He's like,
I don't have to worry about colors.
I'm like, I try hard on black and gray.
Like, dang, he's calling it easy.
Yeah, it's an easy chill day.
Yo,
And,
Eric, going back to this group. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good, bro.
What's the purpose of the group? So you guys travel to different conventions, but what outside of that, like what's the mantra and like the idea behind this group?
So I would say the main focus behind the group is we're just a bunch of individuals from every state. So like I'm from here, but then Jordan's from Florida. We got somebody from Texas. We got quite a few people from Cali. It's just a collective of like really dope artists that want to have a good time in the booth. We go out with each other after the shows. We have a good Sunday dinner. It's just all about like a good vibe.
Would you consider it like a tattoo club that you guys do tours?
Kinda. Be honest with you, like a little motive behind it was like I can't get on like somebody else's group, so like Empire Inks or something. I can't get on their group, or I can't get on this person's group or this person's group, so I'm gonna make my own group.
There you go.
That's smart, bro.
And then I'm gonna get connected with the kind of people I want to get connected with. So, I mean, the Houston show, that's when I did the show with Devon and Rich.
Mm-hmm.
And then
That was my first time meeting him too.
my first time meeting them was at Golden State last year. So if Peaks was right here, you have that curtain in between.
Yeah.
We were on the other side of the curtain, and we blasted our music and stuff. So Devon and Rich came over and were like, "We blasting that music."
Like, yo, put that shit down.
Turn the shit down.
Nah, they told me to turn it up. They told me to turn it up. I'm trying to be polite and like
Yeah.
keep it,
Yeah.
respectful, whatever.
He was trying to annoy the neighbors and stuff.
Yeah,
We've
And
had people tell us to turn it down, bro.
for real.
Yeah.
We give him a sticker.
It was just
and a
one
t-shirt.
artist. Yeah, everybody else was vibing. Like, they put their music down, and it was one artist. He was
But
like,
I mean, to be honest, their booth was at the end of the aisle,
Yeah.
and there was like no one in his booth.
Yeah.
yeah,
in their booth.
he was probably blown.
So he was probably blown. So
I had a really big name person like peek their head at that same show. Peeked their head through the thing and said like turn it down. I was like, man, fuck you.
Yeah. We're not gonna say his
But
name.
then
Yeah.
I found out who he was. I was like, oh my god, that was bad. That was bad.
That's good, man. So I feel like this group is a really good networking opportunity for you and
Yeah.
everyone else involved in it.
Yeah, like those first two shows kind of like set it off right away, and I didn't even think it was gonna get to that level that fast. It was just more so for just me and Jordan, and then be able to like connect with other artists. And then after Devon and Rich came through, I was like, cool. But then they hit me up right after the show and was like, yo, Shannon and Valentine want to come through. I'm like,
It's a wrap.
Lock it in.
cool. So I didn't even meet them prior to that show. I met Shine and them at the Denver show. Just like introduced myself, and then was like, hey, this is the group we put together. And he's feeling it. Like he just came through and just to show love, and he had that piece that has the dinosaur on the front piece.
I've seen that one.
Yeah, that one is viral.
And then Valentine was working on his guy that has like the whole front panel. Has like the ski mask and everything.
Yeah.
That guy. And
Just killing it.
we just lined up the awards. We all went out and then had steak dinner at that Sunday. And then my whole reason for even doing that guest spot was because Devon came to the Atlanta show earlier in the year. He was like, bro, just come out. Just come out of the guest spot. I was
Yeah,
like,
he's cool, bro. I was surprised to see that Rich already followed me, and he was like, bro, keep up with the YouTube.
yo, Rich is
this
the
and
homie.
that.
That's like fam.
Yeah, he's cool, bro. I was like, dog, I've been following your journey since you started. Like, that shit is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It's nice to meet artists that have that same passion, and they're also like keeping up with you sometimes. you know?
Yeah. I mean, like you just said, like there's a lot of big artists that you think that won't even like keep tabs on you. And I've had them the last couple of shows. I actually had them like I'll talk to them, thinking they don't even remember me or anything. And they're like, "Whoa, I see the progression in your work." And some people might take it as an insult because they're like, their ego is high and they're like, "Oh man, my work was already fire."
Yeah.
Nah, I take it like, bro,
Nah, that's
you just
true
said
though.
my work got
I've
better.
seen it too, bro.
Yeah.
Like, thanks.
So, I mean, I think shit. After some of them guest spots, your work should go up too, because you're seeing like other artists that you look up to, and you're like, damn, like this is how they do it. So you should be able to take some from it.
I would say, well, the one at Shine at Peaks. That was my first and only guest spot.
Okay.
He thought I did more of them, but I was just like, nah, I wanted to do it right the first time and get the most out of it. I hit him up right before I flew out there. I was just like, bro, I'm coming out there with an open book. I use the same machine as you. That's all I'm bringing.
What machine is that?
The Bishop Packer.
Okay.
I have the whole lineup, but
All three of them?
yeah, like when I'm feeling, I don't know, weird, I'll use the shader just to, you know, build up the tones or whatever.
Yeah.
Or if I'm doing Japanese, I'll use the liner for straight lining, and then I'll use the shader to get all the soft tones in there.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's the Packer.
Me too.
And he put me onto their drop system, and so I tried it while I was there with their products. And then when I came home, I basically just used that same drop system, but used the products I'm using. So like the Empire whitewash, but I had like a couple of drops of white, and I like 3 drops of teal, just to give it like that little buttery feel to it. It just lets me get more control over the tones too.
Okay.
Yeah. And then for black, I used Allegory Ultra Black.
Okay. Damn, that's new to me. I never heard about putting some teal in the ink.
I found that on YouTube.
For real?
Interesting.
Teal from like a
Starbright or any teal, but I just get like the little small tube from Starbright and just put 3 drops in. You'll instantly see a change. But if you do like, let's say that you do 3 more on top of that, so 6 total, you'll start getting that like opaque kind of look, where it has like that blue hint to it a little bit.
Okay. There's this I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's like the Blue Magic by it's probably similar to that.
I know
huh?
what you're talking about.
Yeah, and because it gives it that tone too.
It's already in there.
I feel bad because Daryl's in the back. Just
No,
like,
I'm listening to this.
we're gonna like going
I'm
deep into
listening to
tattoos
this,
right
like
now.
diving in.
As long as you're in the zone, I'm in the zone, man. Because I'm also, I mean, I'm not an artist. I don't tattoo, but like I love when like people are actually like into their conversation because it just shows how much passion
I'm like dialed in.
there is in it. Yeah. So don't worry about me. I'll chime in when you need to chime in.
Bro, I just got this seminar like
Yeah.
2-3 days ago for Black Friday from this dude. It's like Fabio, tattoo artist. He's a beast, but he's showing you how he does like his gray wash setup. And he one of my boys here has started doing it for a while, but I never stuck to it. He still does it, but he does like glycerin, witch hazel, and distilled water.
Is this the guy? Is he from overseas?
Yeah, and he
think I
came
follow
to
him.
Texas. I think he's in
follow him.
Texas now.
Yeah, I've heard of this.
What's the peaks and valleys setup, bro? I'm curious.
So it's like a warehouse space, and
My bad. I was referring to their gray wash setup.
okay, my bad.
Because I've seen their YouTube videos. I be watching all the Shine,
Yeah.
everybody's stuff. So like, I kind of got an idea for their setup.
Hey, but I
like,
did want to listen to them because we've seen their videos and they have a beautiful setup.
yeah, no, the warehouse looks amazing,
Yeah.
bro.
There's so much stuff that they don't show because they haven't even tapped into that part of the warehouse yet. That's how.
Oh,
big
so
the
there's
place
open
is.
space.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because they were almost going to do like what we have at our shop with the coffee place in the back, but they would have it like in there. But it's like Cali, compared to Maryland's so like
Lenient.
lax. Cali's super strict, so there's a lot of
Like they don't allow the coffee shop in the tattoo studio.
a lot of different requirements needed that they weren't really looking into. They didn't like anticipate. So
I'm sure it's like a bunch of health and food regulations.
Yeah.
I mean, California is super strict with everything. So
but as far as layout, hey, you sit pretty comfortable in there, and it's pretty spacious. Like it's like this, but like times 3 or 4.
jeez. So
Yeah.
what is that? Like almost
Probably
10,000?
Like 6,000 to 8,000 square feet.
Jeez.
Yeah,
No, yeah, almost
That's
10,000.
a big space. Yeah.
everything's like custom built. And then, like I told you, like people may say this or that about Shine or anybody in the shop. They may say things about you too.
No, I know, bro.
Like as long as you're good, people are going to say stuff. But
Well, even if it could be good or bad. I feel like people just
Yeah.
always got something to say.
I always got
anyway.
something to say. Like I can only speak on my experience. He treated me like really good, like as if I worked there,
Yeah.
and that's the only thing I can go off of. And then he invited me to the show, so it was like
It was all love.
Yeah.
Should I close my shop?
Probably
and
that
just-
East Coast, West Coast vibe, bro.
Yeah, East Coast, West Coast.
Yeah.
You know what I heard recently? It was like a couple days ago. People talk shit and envy you and stuff because you would have something that they can't acquire or they can't have because of their mental limitations.
Yeah.
But anyone's capable of getting to the level of when you Shine, everyone, all these big tartar artists in the industry, but you just got to get over that mental wall,
right?
Yeah. But it's just envy. They're jealous. That's why they talk shit.
I say true. Like, he put me on that podcast, and that was like kind of unexpected. He mentioned it in Denver. He's like, hey, like you can be on the podcast, but I thought he was just like blowing smoke or whatever. And then I was tatting my sister. I was tatting her leg. We turned it into a 2-day session to get the most out of the guest spot, and he comes over and he's like, yeah, bro, we're about to go live in like 5 minutes.
Oh, where you
should just hop on.
Where you at?
That's crazy.
I was like, started getting nervous because like, he has a like 130 plus.
All you gotta say is Shine, bro.
Shine, yeah.
I'm like, man, I'm about to hit the mic. I was like, man, like, all right, cool, we'll just go with it.
Yeah.
And,
that's an opportunity you can't miss, bro.
Honestly, right after the podcast, I had like an adrenaline high. It's like, man, do you do this shit every day? Like,
that's lit.
I'm good right now. She was hurting.
Because of the tattoo.
She was hurting. I went down the street. We got our bottle, and we was like, all right, let's just finish this tat. But I'm on adrenaline high. Then he gave me like ins and outs, and then he put me on his cameraman, and we got our relationship going on right now. But I was saying that because like I did 2 shows after that. I don't remember which ones they were, but it's like a little 15 minutes, a little fame or whatever. Like I'm like setting up and like, oh, you was on Shine podcast, bro. Like, yeah.
Nah, people watch this stuff, bro.
Yeah.
I know I do. All his
we
clips.
all do here, man. Yeah. Everyone's being like, oh, yo, did you watch this new one? Everyone's sharing on the chats.
Yeah.
So you'd be surprised, man.
That's crazy.
I was heavy on his vlogs, bro. Up until like, I know he took that break once he got the Peaks and Valley warehouse.
Yeah.
He took like a long break. But I was on his Jones until like that last one where he was putting up like the glass walls and stuff like that.
So I wasn't hip to all that. So I backtracked all those episodes within maybe a week's worth of time.
Yeah.
Leading up into the guest spot, so I kind of get a feel for like who he is and what the shop's all about. And
did
all
some
that
research.
Stuff. Yeah. Same thing I did here. I mean, I watched a lot of episodes because like I bet you before, but I only meet you like 10 minutes at a time.
Yeah, it's always been like at a show or something.
It's always like that with you guys.
Yeah.
You see, I mean, same thing with Jordy and
Meds.
His name Meds. Like these guys are cool as hell. We meet them for like 5-10 seconds, and next thing you notice, we won't see them until next year.
Yeah,
So-
and that's why I like this platform because it gives you a chance to like really get to know somebody.
Well, it humanizes a person.
Yeah,
too.
100%.
No,
there you go.
100%, yeah.
Like,
That's exactly how.
It makes them more approachable when you see them out like at a show or whatever. Because like I've been binging a lot of shows lately. So like when I was at the Orlando show, I was like talking to people, talking to artists. I'm like, bro, I just watched you on the podcast. Like you mad funny or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was watching yours, and then Jordy was at our booth in Orlando.
Nice.
He's trying to collab with Jordan, whatever. And I was like, yeah, bro, I just watch your stuff. Like I've been a fan of him since Ink Master.
Yeah, Jordy's a beast.
Yeah, like he don't even follow me, but like I was like, bro, I follow you.
We'll make sure. He's like the most down to earth dude ever.
He's
like,
cool as hell,
you see
bro.
him, bro. Like people think because you're like an Ink Master, you're super unapproachable.
Yeah.
But like Jordy, I met a couple because like we did a whole little mini series at a convention, DC convention last year.
Yeah.
And I was walking up to different artists, and some of them were. I interviewed the winner of Ink Masters by accident just because I wanted to talk to her. Next thing you notice, like I'm giving her a high five. Thank you for the interview. And then my friend walks up to me. He's like, she's the winner of Ink Masters, and I'm like, no. So like it just it comes to tell you, you guys are humans.
Yeah,
You guys
bro.
also have emotions, feelings, and stories to tell. So I feel like it evens out the feel when you
I got plenty
when
of
you hang out with people.
stories or whatever. Like I met Aunt Mike's.
Oh, yeah?
His shop is in the same town as where my wife is from.
Okay.
So I just walked in there one day. I was just like, let me see what it's about.
Yeah.
This guy's sitting on like a gold throne all the way in the back of the shop. And I'm like,
A gold throne.
Yeah, like you open the door, a little chihuahua comes up and like barking you out.
Yeah, like you get a Taco Bell.
It was crazy. I was like getting all nervous, and then like he was cool, but this comes to show you like the pool shine guy. Like, bro, I met Ant maybe 2 years ago. I did the Shine podcast, and then he followed me. I was like,
There you go.
That's crazy.
That's
Full
cool.
circle.
Yeah.
Hey, Shine, let me get on that podcast, my boy.
Yo, Sean, pull up, man.
Yo, so would you say that's one of the benefits of guest spotting, like being able to put yourself in these situations where you can expose yourself to different markets and new eyes?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, location plays a part, and the name of whoever is the owner of the shop.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, Shine got a big name. I feel like it went different if I would have went somewhere else. But honestly, at that point in my in time, I was either going to go to Shine's shop or I was going to go to Ant's shop. And I had just came back from Arizona, so I was like, let me go try Shine's shop and see what's up. I've never been to Sacramento. Let me see what it's about. I already tapped with like all his homies, so let me go see what it's about. And I would say I want to do more guest spots just because I get to see how each shop is running something. You know, you kind of get stuck in here and you're like, oh man, I think I'm running it good, and then you go somewhere else and like Peaks, they got, I don't know, they got this crazy snack room in the back. I'm like, yeah, we need snacks.
We need snacks.
We need snacks in our room. Like,
Calls you like, we need snacks.
yeah.
Damn.
It's like certain ways you run the main floor, because we all have like a open floor kind of concept. So you know, the way I run my open floor is probably different from how y'all run y'all open floor, different from how they run their open floor. It all just depends. But once you're there, like in the moment, you can take some notes and like understand, like in your face. I like to learn stuff like in person. Like if I see you're successful at it, then I know it can be done. So I have no excuses why I can't like implement it myself.
Yeah, very true. All right, bro. So I have a question for you. How do you do it as far as like traveling to all these conventions? Like, how do you do it, I guess, mentally? How do you do it like with the team? Like, what's like your flow to just be okay to do all this so like back to back? Because we asked Jordy the same question, because he was telling me at one time he did Yeah, bro. He was saying like one show a week for like the whole year.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I would say it's a little bit different. I want to say he travels by himself, right?
I think he does. Yeah.
I think he does too,
like
yeah.
I don't know about now, but I think before, when he was going crazy like that, like he was doing it by himself.
I would say mine is probably, you know, slightly different, because at any show we're trying to push like a minimum of 4 artists, but sometimes it gets all the way up to like 10. So we try to have all that kind of like pre-planned going through.
Hold on, but is this with like you're doing all of them now with like Flawless Empire?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's no longer just like my name or the Gremlins Tattoo Lounge. I might do that for the DC show, but as far as like any other show, it's all Flawless. So like we're pushing that pretty heavy.
Okay.
But the thing that helps us the most is having somebody that's in charge of collecting, the fees split amongst the artists.
The logistics and stuff.
The logistics. So that would be my sister. She's not on the camera, but she's over here.
Yeah,
and,
shout out to sis.
She runs the
real MVP.
She's like the shop manager too, but she also knows how to, you know, fill out the paperwork, do all the logistics, and then when we get there, you know, it's a team effort, like in setup and stuff. The mentally thing, like, it seems like everything's cool because, you know, we're all smiling and having a good time, but it is low-key stressful, like getting all that equipment and stuff, like on the plane and then into the lift.
Do you take massage tables with you?
I take that with me.
Okay.
Little Tasso chair.
So you take the chair too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like my clients to be comfortable. It's just one less thing for them to complain about.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's what I'm asking, because I haven't done too many like where I got to fly to it, and if we do, we just drive to like the next state.
I'll give you
some tips.
I'll give you like a little bougie tip when it comes to flying, because a lot of stuff that you want to carry, you know, you're increasing the pounds on your, you know, suitcase and stuff.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, just fly first class, bro.
Never mind. I was thinking that.
What you thought?
I thought you were gonna say like leave the stuff.
Oh no,
and buy
take
it when
the
you
stuff.
get there.
Take the stuff. I mean, you can buy it when you get there. We buy some things, and then we either if it worked really well, we'll take it back home with us, or we'll just leave it. But
Fly first class.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, look. So, you know, typically your weight limit is 50.
Okay.
So that's barely getting the chair on, because the chair is like 48 and a half or 49 and a half. And then whatever you take in the suitcase, but you got to, you know, think about your clothes and stuff too. So the amount of money you're going to spend for additional luggage and all that stuff, you get a first class ticket, all your weights is like, the weight for your bag is like 75 pounds. So you're never going to go over that weight limit. you're gonna save money because you're not paying on the oversized fees or whatever. Mm-hmm. Just fly first class, be in there drawing your tattoo, get a little drink on the side.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and nobody really bothering you. You get out first.
That is true.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about that one, bro.
when you just price compare it.
No, it's true. I'm thinking about it because
yeah.
when we went to Houston, shit, I think we probably spent like $400 or $500 on just like bags.
On extra weight fees?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then just find a company that that you really like. So for me, it's Delta because they do a really good job like treating you good on the plane.
Okay.
It costs a little bit more than other airlines, but I mean,
do you have like a Delta card too? Credit card?
Yeah, I got the Delta card.
Okay.
So just build the points. Same thing for hotels. Like I got like a Hilton card. So just keep building up the points. So by the time a convention comes up, some of those nights are free. So it's either free for me or it's free for my sister or it's free for our camera guy we fly out.
Nice.
Somewhere along the line, I'm gonna get the benefits of it back. But this kind of goes into why I'm gonna interview some people when it comes to money and stuff because, yeah, like it's cool and convenient to have all that credit and build all the points, but if you abuse it and don't pay it off right away, then now you're gonna like create all that debt.
Yeah,
that's where you struggle at.
That's true. I mean, I think that's one thing I've been on. I haven't spoke about it in a while, but the credit card game, bro.
Yeah.
I've been going crazy.
Oh, credit cards are great for you. Everybody's like, oh, no, you don't need a credit card. Yeah, you do.
No, you do. You do.
Yeah, if you know how to use them. Like you said, you pay them before you have to pay the interest on it.
Yeah,
bro, you gotta have discipline, bro.
Yeah.
If not, you're just.
Yeah, you can't be spending money you don't have.
Just put all your bills and stuff on it because you're gonna pay your bills anyway.
100%.
Exactly.
That's a great way to like.
You might as well get rewarded for it.
Yeah, that's a great way to build good credit and to build that line of credit because the more you use it, the higher your limit goes.
Oh yeah, that limit on that Hilton card is ridiculous.
Yeah,
I'm like,
everybody get a room.
And, like all the dinners and all that stuff go on it.
Oh yeah, like the
write-offs
because you're doing it at the Hilton, right?
Yeah, or even if I'm going at the restaurant or whatever.
Yeah,
it's all part of the team. So
well, I was saying because. Yeah. Well, this might not even work, but I'm assuming if you're buying dinner at the Hilton, like at the restaurant they got, that's probably getting charged as like a hotel fee.
You just put it on your room.
Okay. Yeah. There you go, and then you get the points for that just because it's on your room. So
yeah, you get like I want to say double or triple the points or whatever.
Yeah.
You're eating at their place instead of like going out or whatever. Yeah, bro. Like credit's like really good. Just stay on top of it. And if you can, learn the lessons from your parents because that's where I learned mine from.
Shit, my mom didn't teach me no credit lessons, bro.
Yeah.
She was like...
So now you're going to teach...
Now I'm like teaching everybody else that I know, but my mom was like, no credit cards. Yeah.
I was just like genuinely curious when we go on vacations, like how are we getting these really nice hotels like over and over again. And I don't know what's the word. Like it's not sweet, but it's like when you go on vacation and you get those grand areas or whatever.
Isn't it sweet?
No. It's not a suite. It's like a
resort almost. Like
I know exactly what you're
it's
talking
not villas,
about.
right? It's geez, the word is like right here. I can't think of it too.
But like we're getting those too. Like when we go on vacation,
these nice upgrades and stuff, and you're getting
And it's like hey dad, what you doing?
Hey dad,
are you selling some on the side? Dad?
And then he's the one that told me like just put everything on the card and just pay it off right away.
Yeah.
Because the minute you don't and it starts piling up, and
that's
that
when
interest
it
hits
backfires.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you can have any sort of interest on your credit card as long as you're paying it. That's gonna go down within the time, and also that limit's gonna go up.
Yeah.
So for people that want to like start from like $100, one of those, you put in $100 and you get a $100 credit card. That's how you start.
Yeah.
You pay it off right away. So
I would say to continue with your question about like the tips for traveling and stuff, where I like overpack almost too much.
Yeah.
Like
with tattoo supplies or with like your personal stuff.
Like why do I need every set of needles that I pack
I
when
think
I know I'm doing 3 tattoos?
Yeah. That's one thing I kind of like stopped doing because I mean most of the stuff they sell it at the tattoo convention anyway.
That's true. Yeah, they have everything nowadays.
Yeah, like even if you forget something, you're like I could just buy it here. Like the things that I don't pack are like Maticide.
Yeah.
Because I just buy the wipes when I get there. Distilled water. 'Cause sometimes they give it to you.
Same.
Napkins. I mean paper towels.
Same. Like all the stuff you can get there. Yeah.
Stuff like that. And even if you gotta buy it, it's really inexpensive.
Yeah.
You guys think you could travel to a convention and just take your machine?
Oof.
Just your machine, like
I think yeah.
I mean, I
can.
could, but like,
It'd probably be a little uncomfortable.
I was about to say I'll show up and I'll just be like, oh my god, what's going
You
I need a
probably,
whole
got
setup.
like what's it called? You probably got like OCD or something, bro. Where you
Yeah.
just everything got to be like
It
a
gotta be
certain
like
way.
this, and when we start deviating a little bit, I'm
Sister's
like,
like,
I'm like, what's going on?
what's going on?
I feel it. I feel it.
He would probably start calling you, be like, can you overnight this and this?
And honestly, she's like, if we want to like rank importance, like she's up there at the top.
Oh, I'm
because,
sure, bro.
Like when we're getting set up,
She probably helps you with like stuff
everything.
that
It could be
yeah.
something as simple as signing up for the contest, because like you're working on this piece and you got this super long line, and you got 8, mostly like let's say 4 to 10 artists that want to put stuff in, like in the other categories. So she'll have a list. She'll take the money over there and then sign everybody up.
That's
You
what
don't
I
gotta
mean.
worry about that. You don't have to stop from your tattoo.
Yeah.
I know for me, you know, get a couple of little drinks. Like she'll pour
Start
it up.
going crazy after a while.
The client,
I've seen you at the convention.
yeah,
I see you thinking of it.
yeah. We like to have a good time.
Yeah,
man.
nah, that's how I gotta
like
be,
our
though.
clients to have a good time. I
I
mean,
you gotta enjoy it, man.
if you can tat and have your clients drink a little bit, and you're not like, you know, you're not killing their skin, so they're not bleeding and everything. Like how, you know, how alcohol thins your blood. or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be doing it. But if you have it down to a science, then I say do it. Like,
At least down to
That's-
the last couple hours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially somewhere where you're like that, bro. Because I feel like, you know, you're in a different state. It's almost like a vacation that's paid for in a way. Because
Yeah.
you know you're writing everything off. You're still getting paid because you're tattooing.
Yep.
And then you know you're not just gonna be work the whole time. Because
Okay, a
I've
little
done
fun.
some where it's just like
Yeah.
that, but you got to find some time to just chill.
I say now we have it kind of down to a science, like how we're going to get set up, have fun. Don't take it too serious, but I mean you are tattooing.
Yeah.
But you know, just have a little fun. You're going city to city, you know, just fill it out.
Do you usually take your clients with you, or do you find clients when you get there?
So like for the Orlando show, my client at the Orlando show, she flew from here to get tatted down there.
Okay.
But other than that, I mean, my sister. I would say, let's say if I
Sister getting tatted
won,
up.
bro, let's say if I won like 20 awards this year, which is pretty close to that. Probably 16 of them are on her.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Jeez. Okay.
And it's always shocking to me when it happens because like it's darker skin, so it's like it's hard to win with darker skin because you can't pull off as much. You can, but it's harder. To show it the day of. And
I see what you mean.
yeah, and I tat in a way where like what I see the day of is pretty much how it's going to heal. So I guess like the main compliment I would get at the shows is like, oh, it's not like super inflamed and blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, like I'm not trying to kill my client.
That's my
Hey, it
sister,
just comes
bro.
to show, bro. Like, you know what you're doing, bro.
Yeah,
That's amazing, bro.
that's
16 trophies.
That's the only thing I can
Wow.
like
That's
brag
true.
about, I guess. But I know some people like they cringe when you talk about trophies and stuff. Like,
Well,
I like that.
you know me, bro, because I have this different like I guess just mentality going with like the tattoo game. I just started really putting my stuff in conventions and really like even signing up for the contests. A lot of them I've done because like my clients will be there and they're just like, yo, you don't want to put this in?
Yeah.
Like my boy that's cooking, the one that
Yeah.
usually does the food for us, his portraits, the ones that I've put in.
Yeah, I've seen a winner.
Yeah,
Win all the time. Yeah.
and usually I'm just like, nah, bro. Like I'm sure they got some better shit up there. Like I'm always like,
Which is
kinda-
crazy coming from you, because if I would know in the middle of the day that like you're not putting something in the contest, I'd be like, yeah.
Nah, I think for the most part,
That's funny, man.
I always wing it, bro. I need to start planning better and really thinking of the people that I want to go and like,
I'll
take
put a full
awards.
list. I'll shoot her a list and be like, hey, I want these clients. Let's hit them up, see if they can come to the show. If not, I'm more so just shooting for tattoo of the day, because I know I can get it done within that little time frame or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So that kind of like, I don't know, that knocks out like half the people, and then from there just figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like when people like when you let's say for like the local shows. So let's say for like Baltimore, for example. If you were to come, I'd be like, all right, guys, check out for you, Sadiq.
You automatically
Yeah.
just start thinking like, who's gonna put some awards into it?
Meds,
Yeah.
Jordy.
I'm always
Yeah.
like, all right, Fernando,
Fernando,
Lucio,
Lucio,
yeah.
Spike, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Hitters,
lot of
bro.
talent here, bro.
Yeah.
hitters, and
Yeah.
it's just like, all right, then I went in, cool.
I got a chance to take that top prize.
Yeah, that's funny that you said the same thing, because that's what I be going through, thinking like, all right,
Yeah,
maybe they
bro.
might not finish today. Cool.
You do the walk around. You start looking at what they're doing, and I always ask like, "You gonna finish that today?"
Especially Fernando, because Fernando be doing like those whole like full like back peas, leg peas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like the client is like being tortured, and he's like, and I'm like, he's gonna fucking finish
just
it.
laid back.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, when Fernando's about to finish that back piece,
Yeah,
bro.
and he always comes back with like some info, bro. He's always like the informant or some shit.
That's my sister. She
somebody got
comes back and
snitched,
like
right?
makes a whole announcement. She's like, so and so is doing this.
Yeah, like, it's gonna be rough out there.
You got
bro.
1 hour left. Feels like you're on Ink Master, bro.
Nah, but then it's nice when you put your stuff up there and you're like, damn, I'm taking something
Yeah.
home.
Like that feels good, especially when like you see a line. Some shows like Philly, for example, the line was like 70 deep.
Damn.
This was like a surreal kind of moment. Me and Jordan put in Black and Gray that Friday, and then James from Bishop, he's like the co-owner.
Yeah.
So he's just like over in our booth chilling. We're like, talking and stuff. I'm like, yeah, we just put something up there, but it's like 70 deep. I don't think we're going to place or whatever.
Right.
Boom, Jordan's name gets called for like third place, and then I get called for second. I'm like,
Wow.
oh, it's lit, bro.
That's crazy. I never done a Philly convention, bro.
Bro, that show's insane. The last one we just did had like over 2,500 artists.
Damn.
Jeez, that's
Yeah.
a lot.
That's rough.
And then I got more insight on that Philly show once we interviewed Troy, because that's where he started at, and it makes sense why that show is like
The biggest.
the biggest one.
Okay.
It's
Interesting.
ridiculous.
I'm doing Philly for sure
such
next year.
You should. You guys should.
Nah, I'm for
Philly's
sure
such a
doing
like a mecca of like East Coast talent.
Yeah,
you know?
because mostly everybody I know be doing Philly.
Yeah, I think I don't want to like shoot down your hopes, but I think it's sold out already. She would know. Oh, shit.
It is.
sold out.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Jeez, you know anyone that has a spot for my boy right here?
I can kick somebody out.
Nah, it's cool,
Nah,
bro. I
won't
need
kick
a
y'all out.
yeah, because that one is what, February?
January.
Oh wow,
okay,
that's,
damn.
that's
So
around
that's-
the corner.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's around
that
the
makes
corner.
sense.
It's like late January. Minneapolis is the beginning of January, then Philly, and then
So what shows are you doing next year?
bro. I got like too many. I got like 16 right now, and then we got a few more that we're waiting for.
I thought you said 16. I was
Yeah.
like, whoa.
And they're not all villain arts. We just got accepted into the Hell City one. So for Phoenix and for Ohio.
Hell City is in Arizona.
Yeah, Phoenix, and then they have a Hell City, Ohio,
Oh wow.
Empire State, Golden State, and then we have one in Michigan.
You're doing Empire and Golden State next year?
Yeah,
you already
we
apply
always
for
do
them?
those shows.
Yeah.
those are huge
yeah.
shows. Yeah.
We already put the application in.
When are those? Well, I know.
Empire is usually like May.
Okay.
And then Golden State's usually
Like September.
like August, September.
Yeah.
Depending. And then my sister had got a queen for like Miss Tattoo City at this tattoo convention in was it Flint, Michigan? So we're gonna do that one, bro. The winner there, like if you win best of show, I believe,
Probably get a big
bro,
ass
you got
prize.
like 10K, bro.
What?
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
10K,
Damn, bro.
And she has to
Wow.
crown the winner of Miss Tattoo City for this year coming up.
Oh, so she gets to crown him.
Yeah. So I
Oh,
was
so
like,
you're
I gotta
getting
be
10K
there.
next year.
I wish.
If anything, it says your brother can't win.
I know, right?
Like I'm not coming.
Wow, 10K. That's huge.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And that's
I haven't
from last
seen,
year.
I haven't seen like a show give out cash rewards.
It was that one, and then there was one in Dallas. It was called like Sinners Tattoo Convention. And I remember they gave out like 5 or 10K for the winner too.
Bro, I want to do some conventions like out of state because they give you like big ass awards. Like
Yeah.
I think it was a Hawaii joint. They give you like a surfboard, bro.
Whoa, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it has like art on it.
Yeah,
And then
I wanted to do the Hawaii one, but I don't know whatever happened to it. Like their marketing or something's not right on their website.
you ever done the Puerto Rico one?
No, but the last DC show I was talking with Lucio, and he was like, "Bro, just come with me."
Yeah, that's what he was telling me,
Lucy
bro.
wants to do Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
I can imagine that.
I mean, it's a vacation, bro.
Yeah, I would do it.
Hell yeah.
I don't know when it is during the.
I think it's in
during the year.
December.
Oh, that'd be perfect because we
Yeah.
don't have a show in February and we don't have one in December. There's some months where we have 2 shows at a time, and then there's some where it's like 3. And I ain't trying to do too many of those 3.
Like back to back every weekend.
Yeah, the ones where we done like 3 shows in 1 month, we'd be at this shop for like 5 days total out the month.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Damn.
Wow.
That's a lot, bro. That's rough.
And it's, you got wifey at home, so
That's
make
the
sure
hard
she
part.
good. Yeah.
You got kids too?
No kids.
Okay, so
Just a
wifey
annoying dog.
all right, bro.
Yeah.
Wifey all right.
She can come out too, right?
She might. I'm just throwing out in the air. She might, leave her job and then work for me.
Oh,
There you go.
okay.
Then that will that will help out, because then she'll be on the road and then won't be. That
You mind me asking if you had you got LLC, S corp, C corp?
So I have LLC, but this year, because it's been like a little crazy, in a good way, I have basically her boss's accountant. So he got me set up with the S corp.
Nice for next year. Or for this year.
For this coming year's taxes.
Yeah.
So
That's what's up, bro.
learning a lot from him, just kind of like trying to, figure out the money thing
Legally.
legally.
Got to, yeah.
Yeah, because it's a lot. As a shop owner, there's a lot of money coming in. It's a lot of money going out, depending on what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I told that guy, the accountant, I was like, bro, you're gonna see these numbers this year. Don't be looking at that for like. Don't be looking for like a huge profit margin. This was a year I was like, I'm gonna push out whatever money I need to get it to work, and to get myself in the same room or the same group as these people.
I see what you're saying.
And then next year will be the blow up year, where I'll be pushing out the same amount of money because we're going to all these shows, but I'll be getting it back.
Exactly.
And then
You'll see a return on your investment.
Yeah.
And it's not like I need to save up for anything crazy because I have the house and all this stuff already.
Yeah, so you don't really gotta
Yeah.
claim that much.
Yeah, I can.
Right
if
off.
If I wanted to report a loss, I could do it. It won't hurt me or anything.
First of all, we're gonna take a little break real quick. We're gonna bring in one of our favorite sponsors, our only sponsor for now. Glenda's Kitchen. Come in, bro. Come in.
It's the only guy that believes in us right here.
Yes. Apart from all our guests, because they all come out here and give us our time.
No, for sure. I'm talking about like food sponsor.
A food sponsor. Yeah, what tattoo artist out there has a food sponsor? Can you talk about that?
Nobody.
Just don't. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Heido, come to a microphone and let us know what you brought for us today.
Yeah, come to this microphone today, bro.
There we go.
Damn, it smells good.
Oh, careful. Just hold the
Hey,
microphone.
what's up, yo? What's up? I got some double H aguachile, which is aguachile, heavy hitters aguachile, and some mini empanadas that you're gonna love. You're gonna change your life big time.
Hello.
Machine.
All right, what's what here? Empanadas are all shrimp?
Yeah, whole shrimp empanadas. And
Okay.
The heavy hitters.
The aguachiles? Okay.
Oh my god.
All right, Eric.
Man is waiting, bro. Go ahead.
Thank you. And this is a full circle moment. I met this guy at the DC show last year.
No, 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Yeah, when we won the best portrait. Remember?
Yeah, he beat me out for a portrait. I think I put something in the portrait contest and I lost it.
Oh man.
But he was like, "Come eat our food. It's great."
Yeah, I think we're gonna have him at this DC convention, bro. I was telling him he should be at our booth.
Yeah, you should.
So
We're gonna be sneaking in them empanadas in there.
yeah, don't tell the DC people though.
Yeah, don't tell Troy, bro.
Yo,
No, it's Piper. It's Piper for DC.
Oh yeah. You're right.
What do you think, Eric?
Great.
They're good, right?
Yeah, it's good, bro.
Yo, I try when you get a second, try the aguachiles and let us know what's up with that too. I'm gonna grab one of mine.
Yeah, those
go
are
ahead.
fire,
You
bro.
go first. I'm gonna eat this. This is good.
They're gonna get soggy.
Yeah, the soggies they're gonna get soggy soon. So, you want to do that read, Edwin?
Yeah, heavy chiles.
Heavy chiles.
Heavy chiles, carbohydrates.
Hey, bro, so my wife is Mexican, so I'm used to this food, and we're used to her good cooking. She cooks really good, but you cook really good too.
I mean, just say it, bro. He cooks better.
I can't say it.
So just here to remind you that if you guys want to check out our sponsor, Glenda's Kitchen, make sure to hit him up through Instagram or check us out on Inklusive and let us know. But if you guys go to his place and say Inklusive as a keyword, he will give you a $5 ticket, $5.
$5 discount every $20. Is it $20 order or more?
Bro,
30? 20.
20.
So if you spend 20, you get $5 off, which is 15.
15.
Yeah,
So,
and
yeah.
if you buy and if you do any sort of catering, any discounts for that?
Yeah.
What's that?
Depends on what they want.
Depends on what it is.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
also discounts if you say inclusive for your catering needs, which is, for 20, 30 people plus.
Yeah, he does do catering. It's pretty
He
good.
does. You guys know how good this food is already. We don't have to explain to you if you're a fan of us.
We have a shop party on Saturday, so
I go everywhere.
Are you busy on Saturday, bro?
Hold on, let me double check with my.
okay. It's our anniversary party, so that would be cool.
There we go. So we just got Clandis hooked up with Eric right here.
There you go. It's a write-off.
He's gonna he's gonna get aguachiles and all this good stuff for their party. So yeah, we're gonna enjoy this food and we'll be back in a bit. Thank you.
I think I'm good.
All right, guys, we're back from our little food break.
Yeah.
What's good, Eric? What do you think about that?
That was amazing.
We had to legit take like a 20-minute break because it was
Yeah, we had to walk it off,
we
bro.
needed to reset our
Yeah, use the
mental.
bathroom.
That seafood will send you, bro.
I'll send you to the sea. Oh man.
All right, bro. So last segment. I feel like we all got a bunch of questions.
Yeah,
You want
we
to
do.
start with some?
I got one for Daryl over here.
That's good, bro.
Okay. Let's just start out a little basic or whatever. So, how did you get into this, like this whole field?
Shit, it's a long story.
Yeah. I was just thinking, like,
Yeah.
nobody's asked you that either.
Yeah, it's a long story. I mean, the video world, I've kind of been in it almost all my life indirectly. My grandpa in Bolivia, he had a TV channel, so
Oh, nice. Okay.
I was in that indirectly. I had no idea what it was or what it was doing. I was just in it.
Mhm.
I kind of like walked around the cameras, the equipments, the control rooms. Then my family, we migrated to the States in 2000. So, I was grabbing my dad's camera and recording family videos here and there. And I kind of took that with me into the school. And I was using it as a tool to like avoid doing essays.
Yeah.
I couldn't express myself writing, but I could express myself with video.
Yeah.
So I used it as a tool, and it got me through college. So then after that, I started my own journey of seeing what the adult world was. Yeah. So then I needed money, so I started working retail. I did retail. I learned how to talk to people. I learned my people skills there, selling skills, and then from there I was like, okay, I feel like I have enough business knowledge that I can now put this towards the video world.
Mm-hmm.
So then that moved into me having my own production company.
Nice.
So from there, I had a bunch of mentors. They've put me in so many different situations that I'm very blessed to.
And this is
to
after
be in.
college, right?
Yeah, this
Okay.
is like mid-20s.
Okay.
I'm near my 30s now.
Okay.
I'm
You don't
29.
look like it. Okay.
Yeah, so those opportunities led to me, to gain a lot of knowledge in the video production world, directing, using cameras, lighting.
Now, would you say that
sound.
goes like hand in hand with the tattoo world and how you do the podcast and stuff like that?
It's funny because the tattoo world, I didn't really approach it as I'm gonna be in the tattoo world.
Mm-hmm.
I approach it as I'm gonna use this to like show off my skills.
Yeah.
So then I met Edwin through a mutual friend, and I did a video for him for free. I was like, yo, can I shoot a video of you tattooing? Next thing you notice, we became really good friends. We kicked it off. What is that, 2017, 18?
2017.
And then ever since then, like we've been together doing.
I feel like y'all know each other
content.
longer than that.
A
lot of people say that.
Yeah, bro. A lot of people say that, but it was just good vibes ever since we met.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that translated to, and we kind of had a little bit of a break. I went off and I learned more production stuff, and had a better idea of what to do when it comes to having a business, running a business, all the
Yeah.
back end stuff, logistics, how to handle customer service, website design, all the stuff that I was doing for myself. I was able to translate it to Edwin.
What about like aesthetics? Because like the aesthetics in here are pretty.
So
pretty
that
good,
it's a little bit of both of us because
Pinterest, bro.
yeah. So we just Google
like that.
ideas, and next thing you notice, he likes the color of the wall. I like the rug, so, and next thing you notice, I kind of like
Yeah, we kind of bounce.
yeah. That's
Like interests to each other,
yeah.
and we compromise always. It's always
Yeah.
like, I want this, I want that.
Would you
Yeah.
say it's like pretty hard to like manage the podcast, like manage like the type of guests you have on, and then what you talk about, and then little segments here and there? I mean, it seems like you'll have it down packed, but like you never know what challenges are like behind the scenes. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. I mean, me personally, I feel like the guests sometimes
Yeah.
Sometimes it's I mean, right now we started with like straight tattoo artists. I think we're trying to venture out to just entrepreneurs or anybody that has something nice to talk about that, you know, maybe wants to give some free game or anything that you have to like offer that people want to hear. So I feel like right now, sometimes finding guests, just because I do it through like my Instagram.
Yeah.
Daryl does too. And I feel like sometimes just that might get a little difficult. As far as like the times or like the uploading, honestly, that's like all Daryl. So I feel like he knows more about it. But I mean, me just looking in, I feel like it doesn't seem that difficult to him. I feel like he has it pretty down packed, especially after like the amount of episodes we've done now.
Yeah.
So I feel like
Got like a format, a little
Exactly.
formula or whatever.
Yeah, with the first episode was a little bit of a test drive, you know, seeing what length was better for like a conversation so it didn't get stagnant. And then learning, you know, how to communicate, how to make sure that we were always keeping the conversation flowing. So like if he starts to like kind of slow down in the conversation, then I'll try to pick up.
Okay.
And vice versa. So it's just a little bit of like communication and kind of knowing what to expect from the other person already.
Yeah.
So like at times I'll be like, hey, we need to cut because the cameras are cutting off. So like we'll do little signs where like, you know, he knows what's up so that we need to either keep moving or switch to another question. So it's a lot of test and, you know, and see what happens, you know.
Yeah.
Now I like that because your setup right now is kind of like how we have it, where it's two people that, you know each other, and then you got the guest. That's how we're trying to do it. And then
who's your other co-host?
So Jordan.
Okay.
And me and Jordan on the mics, and then our camera guy, he's actually like behind the camera. So instead of like, you know, like say if that cuts out or something, then
He'll take care of it.
He's already on it.
Yeah.
So it's like a different dynamic because you're like you're in the podcast.
Yeah, and originally I wasn't supposed to be in the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
I was supposed to be behind the cameras
Just a
because
camera guy.
that's my world.
Yeah.
But he was like, dude, like you gotta be, because I was the one pushing him, like, yo, we need a podcast.
Yeah.
Like,
Bro, he was
before
on my
everyone else
ass.
starts doing it, we need to be on it. Because trust me, podcasts are booming right now, and everyone's gonna start.
It's the new
getting
wave,
on it.
and y'all are like up here right now with it, especially like in this area. Y'all are like up here with it, and then you got like somebody like that's like say like me. I'm trailing now, so it's now I gotta play the catch up game.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So I was you know, like, yo, we have this space now. Let's make it happen. It's gonna be a little bit of an investment, but you know it's gonna be worth it because you know it's kind of like investing money. You know, you won't see much now, but you know 2 or 3 years from here we'll be like, oh wow, like look how far the podcast has gotten us to. Sponsors, so on and so on and so.
And I actually touched on that on the podcast I did with Shine. I was saying like the podcast from the outside in, because I wasn't doing it at the time. Like the podcast looks cool because it's all on video, so it's like you're never gonna lose that. It's timeless. Like you can just,
that's true.
You can log on like YouTube, like 10
You
years
can even
from now,
see exactly.
like,
That's what I was gonna say.
man,
Like,
I grew up a lot.
You can see yourself age.
Yeah.
well, it's crazy because we'll look back. Well, I know me personally. Sometimes I'll see like podcasts that we did, like the first or second one when we were doing them out here in the middle of the shop.
Yeah.
Before we even had this whole nice setup. And it's crazy to just see the progress over the years. Like now we have this sign, you know, what's going to be next month and the month after that.
Yeah.
Like we're really adapting and learning as we go.
Yeah, it keeps evolving.
Yeah.
I feel like we'll talk about this afterwards, but I feel like I kind of want to change this around a little bit.
Yeah.
Just so we can have better flow with the camera. So that might be one of the next moves. So it's always something that you see and you want to improve on, and you know, you go out and you watch other podcasts and you see what
That was
other
my
people
next
do.
question. I was going to say, like, do you watch other podcasts and kind of like take things from that podcast that you like? And
we're big podcast consumers. Like he be listening to his, and I got mine, and I see little things and that I want to bring to ours.
like regular ones or tattoo ones?
Dude,
I don't think I watch any tattoo ones.
Yeah, I don't watch any
Besides
tattoo ones
like
too. Yeah,
Shines.
Yeah.
And honestly, like,
well, because we have Shines here every time at the shop playing. We have like 2 other podcasts, tattoo podcasts that we have here.
Yeah,
constantly just
there's
playing.
another person that does podcasting that usually plays after we click on one video.
Yeah.
Do you
But-
like the John?
The guys from Florida.
John Nelson.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
another
I've been
one that
watching his
dude. We
lately.
love his
He's funny, bro.
podcast.
Yeah,
I like
Yeah.
his dry humor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
his
like
dry humor
perfect.
is the fucking best.
He's a beast, bro.
But like,
Yeah.
yeah, I've been listening to science, business,
Yeah,
like random shit. You know, even like murder story, like suicide, murder story
Yeah.
stuff. So I've been seeing how they deliver their questions and how do they
Yeah.
keep the
It's so
the flows going.
technical.
It's a lot of like trying to anticipate a question or trying to weave in a question into something that it's very fluid, so it doesn't feel like it's interrogation.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of just like
Yeah.
constant working in the background of my head. So I'm
Well,
like, I want to bring that to Inklusive, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's good, but I also feel like me personally, when I see that, I almost want to get away from that because I like the podcast for me like that just flow
get away from
like
the person you see, like
from like the constant like question asking or interrogating.
Yeah.
Where you're making it seem like it's an interview.
Oh yeah,
Well, exactly. That's what I mean.
wanna have a
Like
convo.
trying to find
Yeah.
a way to
Yeah.
like put questions into the conversation without being so interrogation.
Mm-hmm.
Like not boom, boom, boom question. Like flow, boom a question, flow, and then another question. So
Yeah.
so that you keep also changing the topic, and you're not talking about cars for 20 minutes. You know. So,
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
that one person is like, all right, let's go to the next.
yeah,
one.
you kind of because nowadays it's all about retention. You know, if you can keep the retention for an hour podcast, if you can keep the retention for 10 minutes, you're fucking killing
you're
it.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, you're killing it. You know, so if you lose people in the first 2-3 minutes, you're doing it bad. So
And do you do all the edits too?
yeah, so
behind the
any
scenes?
sort of
Yeah.
production, post production, I handle that stuff.
Okay.
So and then I'm constantly looking at the analytics and seeing what works, what doesn't work, and then it's a lot of work.
What would you say is the thing that works the most?
I feel like the quick reels on Instagram,
To like promote
those
Yeah,
those
okay.
get you a lot of views, a lot of clicks, a lot of followers.
almost like taking a soundbite out of the
Yeah,
like
and
the hour
that's what
conversation.
leads to like views to the actual podcast. Because right now we're not really like big on YouTube, which is the big platform for the content itself, apart from Spotify and Apple
Yeah.
Music, Apple Podcast. So like that's like the biggest right now that we've had. So right now we've currently like kind of paused it because we're shooting episodes. So we have like 4 episodes already that are already shot.
Yeah.
They're not edited yet, but they will be. I think we're gonna drop them early next year. I'm not sure yet. But then by that time we'll have 10 episodes
lineup.
already shot.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of editing and then maybe shooting another 10 more so that we have. By that time we'll have like 40 some episodes.
And would you like make it perceived as if like it came out like every month?
Yeah.
Or every
every
couple
week.
weeks? Oh,
Yeah,
every
because we
week,
dropped
okay.
20 what?
20.
20 yeah.
24?
This is 25.
25.
Yeah, so we dropped like 21, 22 episodes back to back every week. And it was a lot. It was a lot of work. So we're trying to like take a break for like 2-3 months and then come back with another 20.
Okay.
And so. Because if you do it nonstop, it just gets stagnant.
Yeah.
So, and you want to, not like flood everyone's feed with, oh, another podcast. You're going to want to be like, let's take a wait, take a little break, come back with something new.
Make them want
Yeah.
to see that content.
So that's kind of where we are right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you say like the hardest episodes were like at the beginning or like right now or
The hardest episodes are probably with people that it's hard to have a conversation with.
yeah.
Just because you feel like you're just pulling nails out the whole time.
Yeah.
It's like you're the
Yeah.
only one that's trying. You're the only one that's asking questions, and you're just kind of like, all right, what's next? Like, are you gonna give me
It's like
something?
that dead space. Like,
Yeah. It's a lot of like, so like, what's this? So what's that?
Some
So
people
how you
get
do
like
this,
too in their head too, bro. Like some people are just kind of, I don't know. I feel like they're thinking too hard about what they're gonna say and what they're not gonna say.
Yeah.
To the point where they're like barely answering your questions.
And they're afraid of being judged by others, which is it's hard
Well,
being in front of
especially
a
when
camera.
it's going on, like it's going out. To
Yeah,
the
when
world.
when it's become
Yeah.
when it's gonna become something that's out there forever, then people really like overthink about it, and they're not themselves. So they come up and they just freeze and they kind of give you answers, but no conversation,
no substance.
no
Okay.
substance.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that we've noticed is the hardest. When it comes to the technical part, there's moments where like the camera's cut off,
Yeah.
or it's
Which you'd
not
be on it,
not
though.
fully
Yeah.
focused. So like I wish I had another person that they could be on that,
Mm-hmm.
just so I don't have to worry about it. But for the meantime, It is what it is. We're on it. I'm gonna try my best.
You're like, oh.
Yeah, I'm talking. I'm constantly like, looking left and right, making sure that these cameras are rolling.
Our boy's on it.
Yeah. So
that joke cuts off, and he'd be like,
Let's take a break.
he'd be like,
I'm like, okay, hold that question. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna fix the camera. So stuff like that. The technical part, that's kind of like the only stuff that I would like to like improve on.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it's mostly just having a good conversation that has meaning and that you can, the audience can walk out of here with something.
Facts.
Yeah.
And is there like an end goal, or?
I think me, bro, not gonna lie, like I just want to be able to do this for like ever.
Yeah.
Or like as long as I can think of. And then in the future,
right?
yeah, the podcasting.
It's fun.
Yeah. I feel like we do have goals in regards to like we want sponsors and all that stuff, but in reality, it's mostly the conversations.
Yeah.
And bringing people into our circle that usually are not involved.
Mm-hmm.
The networking part of it. That's more important.
That's the fun part too.
That's the fun part because we're meeting all these amazing people, amazing artists, amazing business owners that because of this we wouldn't have a conversation.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I feel like that has more weight and that has more value than what can come out of it monetarily.
That's true.
So that's kind of how I see it. And we're gonna do it as long as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah. And keep improving it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's also a lot of like, me personally getting out of my comfort zone. Because I feel like usually tattooing here, you're just tattooing, you're talking to the same person. But I feel like it's hard for you to go talk to somebody like that you maybe look up to or that you want to get to know, But so I feel like for me, it's like I have to DM them. I have to kind of ask you for something. And then you have to come out and then I'm like, oh shit, he's in my shop. Like, I feel like for me, it's a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's me of like going out of my comfort zone and trying to talk more, also get to know them so that, we can have a nice conversation. So I feel like for me, it's really like, damn, I gotta talk.
How old is this podcast, by the way?
We started, I want to say spring.
Oh, this is
spring, summer.
So
this year or
bro,
this year.
Yeah, like when we did the 20 episodes, as soon as we started the first episode, it was every week, every week.
Yeah, nonstop.
Like we were going crazy.
I can tell you right now how many weeks this baby has been up and running.
Yeah, and then right now we've been off for like a few weeks. I've been getting a lot of my clients like, "Yo, when's the next one?"
So our first episode dropped 9 months ago.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're not even a year deep.
So like 20 something.
Damn, that's a long time though. 9 months.
It feels like a long time ago. Yeah.
Sheesh.
I thought y'all been doing it longer.
Yeah, it seems like it.
I think it's because we were so consistent when we started.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you look at our feed, like it's the first episode dropped 9, and then 8, and then 8, and then 8, and then 7, 7, 7. It just keeps going like that until the last episode we dropped was 2 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, that's pretty great, bro.
Yeah. And it's funny because like later on, like I feel like our last episode we talk about like the analytics and logistics of podcasts and how a lot of people say that if you make it past your 5th episode, then you're good.
That's it.
There's a lot of podcasts. Well, not really.
No.
There's a lot of podcasts that don't make it. What was that?
It's like
he knew that
if you make it past the 5th, you're like, I don't know, like maybe top 30 or something percent that has made it, and then it just gets less and less. Right? If you make it past 10, you're I don't know what number, but if you make it past 20, you're already more successful than like 97% of podcaster. Because a lot of people don't go past the 10th episode, and then the 20th, a lot of people just don't keep doing it after that.
Whatever.
Yeah. Cause it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of like stepping out of your comfort zone, and a lot of putting down a lot of your time, investing a lot of your time,
sacrificing
it. So I can see why people bounce out of it.
Yeah.
But I feel like we both keep each other accountable.
Well, congrats to you.
Thanks, bro.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, it's a daily thing. I'm DMing, he's DMing. Sometimes people can't come because something happens or they cancel. So then we're like, okay, shit, like we can't shoot one today, so we gotta look for another one, or we schedule with that person for another time and try and line up 3 or 4 calendars at the same time. So you imagine tattoo artist schedules. Everyone is busy as hell.
Yeah,
so trying to line up 4 stars.
And then most people, and then most people live pretty far.
Yeah.
Like for example, you're coming from Virginia.
Yeah.
Like all the Virginia tattoo artists that have came down. So everybody usually stays pretty far from here. So they still got to take the drive, And then, you know, we're trying to do it at a certain time. Most tattoo artists tattoo pretty late.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they got to sacrifice something too in order to come.
Well, they probably guest spot too. And then do the podcast.
Yeah, we have done that.
We've done that too before, which is very convenient because you know they get to be here for a week, they come and do a podcast for us. You know, that's a good trade in our opinion.
Yeah,
you know, because
then we also get to know them.
You know, yeah, we get to know them too as well, which is what we like.
Yeah. Spend a week with them, then they shoot a podcast, and by the end of the week, we already kind of know who they are. You know.
Okay.
We saw work habits. We saw if you're late or not. You know.
We call them out on their bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. We're just like, you ain't really who you are, bro. We know the real you.
This is like a critique session.
All right, bro. So tell us, what the hell did you do on Wednesday? What was happening?
Yeah, it's funny, bro. It's cool though, man. I like this podcast stuff.
Yeah, cool. I feel like we've met some really good people, like really good like humans in general, apart from tattooing. You know, people that have really good stories and that we can relate to, especially Edwin. Edwin has a lot of stories that line up with other people.
Yeah,
that it's like, wow, like, you know, like you're not the only one, you know, that came from this way. You know, we both kind of have a similar story, and look where we are now. You know, so it's kind of like a hoorah celebration type of moment. You know, so
hey, bro, quick like recap. When you were saying right now, like, what would our goal be though? I feel like my goal, I would like us to interview some, you know, big name people too. Like, I would like to get some of the NFL players that I've tattooed in here. Maybe like people that everybody knows. Yeah. You know, just to see how they are.
Well, I think this goes back to the conversation we had earlier, but the mindset that you have going forward with the podcast is the way I want mine to start out. So I want like your big names in the tattoo industry, obviously. But like the ones that I do here, I want them to be, I don't know, like my landlord. How do you invest in these properties?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
what do you do with my money?
How do you get yourself in that position? Because a lot of people don't know how to get yourself in the position to own property and to, you know, make money through real estate, through property. You don't have to just do it through housing.
That's right.
And then like my tax person is like, all right, well, a lot of people don't know how to do their taxes right.
Yeah.
They screw up somewhere along the line. So I'll interview him, and I'll interview our interior designer. And
I asked my tax person, I asked the lady that helped me get my business bank account. I asked my accountant. They've all like declined, bro.
Declined?
They're like, bro, like I feel like a lot of people don't feel like they can teach or they
provide
can talk.
value.
Yeah. So a lot of them just kind of shut it down before it's even. And I'm believing in them. I'm like, bro, just come. Like, people, like, you know more than, you know,
all they gotta do is open their mouth for like 10 minutes and then it's like, right? I just learned something.
The amount of tattoo artists that don't do taxes is crazy,
it's
bro.
Absurd, bro.
We have a whole list.
You could, I mean, that one little episode will help out so many people.
Right.
It might not, you know, it might not translate into views, but it'll help out somebody.
Yeah,
exactly.
You'll walk out with knowledge.
The people that want to hear it are going to click on it.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Me too.
I know these people, and I'm like, well, I'm going to be learning in the middle of the podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So asking them the certain questions that I want to hear, but like also for the audience too. But yeah, we got the same mindset. And then it's like, then you branch off into the NFL or...
Yeah.
You do more NFL or NBA?
I do more NFL.
Okay. Damn, how'd you score the NBA?
Honestly,
NBA guy?
I don't know, bro.
I forgot his name, but I saw his podcast too.
Yeah.
This episode. It's intriguing.
Hold on, which one are you talking about?
Oof.
Trevor? No.
Trevor Keels.
I feel like his name starts with an M.
Quinn Cook.
Or his last name starts with an M.
Sadiq Bey.
Whoever runs the Inked NBA page.
NBA. Yeah. Oh, he did. Was it Sadiq Bey?
He did Sadiq Bey, but the guy that does NBA, that's Matt Mangano.
Yeah.
Cool ass dude, bro.
Yeah. Like, that's almost along the lines of what we're talking about. Like, that's not tattooing, but it is. You can tie it in, but that's a whole different. It's a whole different lane.
Yeah, he's a platform for people to come to you guys as tattoo artists. You know, I want to get what Michael Jordan had, or what Shaquille O'Neal had, or Kobe Bryant. You know, like shit like that. So
like even just how he runs the page and stuff. I was like, that's all you gotta do is DM this guy.
Yeah, dude, this kid Matt, dude, he's a genius. Yeah, like you can see like he was talking about his stuff, and you can just see the ideas that he has. He's gonna go far.
He is, bro.
So you know, shout out to Matt, man.
Yeah,
do your thing, bro. Keep doing your thing.
That boy is focused, bro. You could tell he had tunnel vision just the way he was moving.
He brought a whole production out here, like for this show that he's producing right now under a company that has him as a talent. Yeah, to a whole production. I think it was like 6 cameras. lighting, audio, microphones,
Like here?
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, he had like
On top of these
a girl in the back like making stuff happen.
Yeah. He had
My
a
boy was
shooter,
just-
everything.
My
Yeah.
boy was just
There's
doing
levels
the
to it.
talking.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
There's levels to it, and he's up there. He's doing his thing. So
Yeah.
keep an eye out, guys. I think those episodes will drop soon
Okay.
on what's it
On,
called, Ink NBA.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like with that clientele, so we'll go into like the sponsorship stuff, but it's like with the level of clientele you have, me from the outside looking in, I would assume that you have like all these sponsors or whatever, but then like when I talk to like somebody like you, or I talk to somebody like Shine and other artists too, I'm like, oh, it's actually hard for them to get sponsors too. Granted, you probably don't go out your way to try, but can you like speak on like your success as far as getting sponsors and any input you have on sponsors?
So I feel like me personally, I don't have like those really up there sponsors like a lot of people do. Like what do I mean by up there? Like brands that a lot of us use, like Bishop, Quadrant,
Yeah.
FK Irons, brands that are really like looking for like top level artists.
Like the big brands you see at conventions and stuff.
Exactly, yeah. But the ones that I do have, I have one through Pepax Needles, and I had hit them up because I forgot. I think somebody referred them to me or sent me their profile, and they were like, "Yo, they're taking people." And I had tried in the past, bro. Like I tried to apply for a few people, like T-Tech, because I used to go crazy with T-Tech.
heavy, bro.
Yeah, me
I started
too.
with them. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think it was Waverly. I hit up Waverly, and he was like, "We don't take sponsorships. We don't do sponsorships."
Okay.
But I've been going through the Waverly phase right now. With the T-Tech, she's pretty cool. They just make you like kind of advertise them a little bit on Instagram. So she's like, maybe if you can post the pictures of the needles when you get them, or tag us on all your posts, like hashtags and stuff like that. But really, I feel like if you have a good amount of followers and you got some quality work, they're gonna give you a sponsorship.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like Pepax is not like a big name like Quadrant or like Bishop Needles, like something that is a little harder to get. I feel like they're probably like like think about Bishop and Quadrant. Like there's so many people in the world, and
They don't need to give you a sponsor.
exactly,
Yeah.
like everybody buys those needles. Like they don't need to be giving out free needles for people to try
Or
them
free
out and stuff.
machines or whatever. Like you gotta be best of the best.
Yeah. So I feel like for them it's a little harder to get. But also just going up to like the people in the booths. Like somebody was telling me that if you go up to like the what is it called? Let's say like the people that just sell stuff at the booths, like I mean at the conventions. Like razor blade or maybe like blackwear gloves. Like if you go and really start meeting those people one on one and kind of making them recognize you if you're always going to conventions. I heard that if you just keep doing that, get a good connection with them, ask them for the sponsorship, most of them will like be like, you know what, like I'll put you down or I'll give you some.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's different. My next question would be like, do you feel like you should have to ask for one, or do you feel like they should come to you?
So,
Because I'm in a weird area where like I want to earn it. Like I don't want to have to ask you because it's weird. It's like it's almost like asking somebody for money or whatever. Like,
right.
Can I tap into this question?
Yeah.
Because I feel like, excuse me, a lot of it is brands need to see value in you.
Mm-hmm.
So by value, I mean, what is your social footprint?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have followings in multiple different platforms? Do you have a following they can sell to?
Yeah.
So if they see those numbers in you, they're gonna come for you because they see that you can provide
And they can get something
value
out of
for
it.
them.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Okay.
they don't mind dropping $1,000 on you because they're gonna sell shit through you and get back 10 times return. So that's one way to create that kind of attraction.
Mm-hmm.
Or another way, like you were saying, is going to them, introducing yourself to them, networking with them, putting yourself in those situations so that they can be like, you know what, you're not what we're looking for, but we see your drive, we see your passion, and your work backs it up. So let's start you with a basic sponsorship.
Okay.
I see those ways as avenues for you to be able to put yourself in those situations where you're a sponsor.
Yeah, and I think that's easier too because if you think of it, like how many of the big brands will come out of like their own way and sponsor you just for like, you know, doing your work, right? Like it's harder for them to see you than it is for you to see them. So I feel like you going up to them is easier than them trying to find you with, you know, all these thousands of artists that are out here.
Yeah, especially at a show.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah. In the show, I feel like there's so many things to catch your attention.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard for really to get into those conversations. But it's a good way for you to put your foot in the door and be like, hey, yo, I'm so-and-so. What's up? Like, how you doing, you know?
Yeah.
This is my work. Or not even talk about your work. Just try to
Talk
build
about life or whatever.
Try to build a genuine connection with these people because they're
Yeah.
also like humans, you know?
That's
and they
true.
have something that you guys want and vice versa because they want to attach yourself to an artist that has good work so that matches their brand.
Well, I was telling him, I think you were outside the room, but I was telling him like a lot of times I feel like I'm on this friend level right here, right? And it's like, you know, you create that friendship, relationship, and then it's like, how do you get over that hump? And then they want to offer you the sponsorship.
How do you get out the friend zone?
Yeah, out the friend zone. That's the title of this of this YouTube.
Have you tried?
How
Have you
to get out
tried to
the
like
friend zone.
directly ask them?
Not really, cause like I just hate that question. It's like I'm begging. You know what I mean?
I don't think so, bro. I feel like maybe something as simple as like, do you guys or like how does your sponsorship program work? Like
Okay, we've asked something along those lines, but I would never be like, "Yo, what's up with a sponsor?"
Yeah.
Like, it's just I don't know. It's like cringy to me.
I mean, my boy Spikey said that's exactly how you gotta ask it, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I see it this way. Don't live in a world where you're going to be asking yourself, what if?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's better to say, shit, it didn't work out.
Yeah, I tried.
I tried. Fuck it. You know, now I know what not to say. Or maybe they're like, wrong timing. Or right now we have too many sponsors.
Yeah.
You know, you never know. Or they can be like, shit, bro, we're actually looking for someone. And next thing you know, you just walked into the sponsor you wanted.
Yeah, just by talking.
Just by talking, you know?
So you know the other sponsor that I have, the Beat a Bomb.
Yeah.
I met them at the Houston convention,
Okay.
and he was walking around giving out samples. But when he saw me tattooing, he was like, "Damn, your work is incredible, this and that." And then I just started chopping it up with him, bro. I was like,
Yeah.
"Do you guys have a sponsorship program? How does that work?" And he was like, "I'm very picky on like who I pick," but he told me that he only had one sponsor because he's just like starting out. So he's like, only got one person on the pro team, but he's like, you know, just depending on who it is, what their Instagram looks like, because of course they want like promotion and stuff. So the next day he came back, like after I was like, I'll try it out, I'll let you know. And he came back the next day. He was like, "Man, I saw your profile. The tattoo that you finished yesterday looked really good, this and that." And then he was like, "If you're interested in a sponsorship, like maybe we can talk about something." So I was like, okay, like he saw my profile. It took him like a day, I guess, to think about it too. And he was telling me like I spoke to the other guy that's in it because he was actually at the Houston convention because he's from Houston.
Yeah.
So he was like, I spoke to him. I showed him your profile. He said your work's pretty good too. And that guy's work was great too, bro. But he was like, we talked about it. And then by like the end of that day, he was like, did you think about it? Like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Because I love the product, honestly. So it was like a win-win.
So like I guess from my end, looking from the outside, I wonder sometimes. I'm like, okay, so why did it take so long for them to say yeah? Because like to me, your work is great. So it's like, why did it take a whole day? But you're already good, so it's like.
Well, the thing is that the brand didn't see it until they went and did their own research, and they saw the value in his social media platform along with the work, and that can go for any sort of scenario. I'm sure you will have. I know you have really good work.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of you putting yourself in those situations.
I feel
or
like
having your team putting you in that situation. You know, that could be also another way for you to avoid that one-on-one conversation with those friends you have.
Yeah.
And then have your team be like, hey, like, you know, I think this opportunity will be great for you and for X brand with Eric. Because you know we love your brand, we use your products every day, and you know
she's actually helped me with that, like land the Hustle Butter sponsorship for the shop. But it's like, for me, it's just like I look at other artists. So right now I'm using you as an example, but then I'll look at Shine, and when I was guest spotting there, we talked about sponsorships, not on the podcast, but just like, you know, we're both tattooing next to each other. And I'm like, bro, like, why don't you got a Bishop sponsor, bro? Your whole shop uses Bishop, bro. Like,
Right.
you preach that, like, each person uses this because you can bounce ideas off each other and know the techniques that you're doing with this one machine. Like, why don't they just give it to you out of respect? So, like, to see that, it's like, man, I'm not even gonna try to get that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean, he has a Quadrant sponsor. That's hard to get.
Hell
Yeah.
But it's, you know, certain sponsors that you don't get, it's just like, damn, like, if that person can't get it, I ain't even gonna try.
Yeah, I think it's also like a lot of that where you put yourself down before you even do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of artists do that, because I know me back in the day, I tried with one, and I remember they told me, like, you got to have more than 10,000 followers for us to even consider you.
That goes back to what he said too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But so I feel like after that, I kind of was like, man, I'm never going to get one. And I just kind of never asked. Like, I feel like the two that I have now, they just kind of happened.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't
Like,
really.
genuinely.
Yeah. But I think if I were to really try and hit up, like, allegory, dynamic, like, every single thing that is out there, I feel like you can potentially get one, at least. So I feel like it just depends, like, how bad do you want that? And then, again, do you even really stand behind that product that much to push it out there like that?
Yeah.
Because, like, me personally, I use specific things, and I only like using those things.
Me too.
So, like, I don't want to jump over to, like, a different brand of ink if I don't really use it and I don't really like it. It's like, at
You
that
want
point,
to stand behind it. You want to actually have good. You want to have actual good use and experience with it to be able to sell it to your audience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't want to be selling, you know, something you've never used to your audience, and next thing you know, they're like, "Yo, what are you talking about? This, you know," and it backfires for you.
Or, like, you don't even really like it. You're just like, it's free, and I'm just getting it because it's free.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I feel like I guess I'm more on, like, that end. Like, do I really like it? Am I really gonna use it? And do I really even need it? You know, like, do I really need free ink? I mean, of course, who's gonna say no to free ink?
It's free.
But
as long as it's not Amazon ink.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Yeah. What ink do you use?
So right now I'm using Panthera Triple Black
I've
for.
heard of that. Yeah.
Bro, that joint is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's darker than Allegory.
So I only use Allegory once, and I don't think I use their darkest tone. I use, like, their liner one.
Yeah.
It was like a free sample that I got.
Yeah, probably the liner.
Yeah, but I felt like it was really thick.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. It was really black, but like I said, I feel like it was really thick to the point where when you wipe, it smudged too much.
Yeah.
So I was like I like
I had to get used to
Panthera.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like Panthera because it doesn't smudge like that. I mean, it's still thick, but I feel like it's a thinner ink than the Allegory one.
In comparison to Dynamic.
It's probably like Dynamic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Dynamic feels
pretty
pretty
easy to
thin.
use,
Yeah.
yeah.
For my gray wash though, I've been using Waverly.
okay.
So, like, I'll do most of my gray wash with, like, Waverly, but I have done, like, Panthera gray wash too, and it's pretty solid. It's just darker.
Okay.
Yeah, but Panthera and Waverly.
Put any whites in there?
Nah, I don't, bro. I want to start playing with, like, more whites.
Your
and, like,
well, first of all, your black and gray is, like, super smooth, so it's like you don't need it, but it would just make everything easier
yeah.
to do, because, like, it just smooths it out, gives, like, that buttery without even trying. And
I'm gonna try it out.
When we was talking about the teal earlier, it's just another way for you to, like, control that gray tone.
Yeah, I haven't tried the teal. What I have been doing was that mix I told you,
Mm-hmm.
and then in the past I've tried, like, Empire inks.
Yeah.
I like those.
I stand behind Empire. Like,
Yeah.
I've been playing around with a lot of gray washes, and I like their set.
I like it because it's consistent.
I like
You don't gotta guess.
I like their set, but ever since I did that guest spot, I've been watering down, like, the dark gray wash.
Is that how they do it?
Yeah.
So they only use the darkest gray wash?
So it's more like what brand is that? Intense.
Mm-hmm.
Intense dark gray wash. It's pretty dark.
Yeah.
Like, it's damn near black.
I use it in the past.
Yeah. And they just water that down instead of watering black down, and you get, like, a smoother tone to it.
What about for, like, solid black?
They use the super black,
Oh, okay. So it's still intense.
but I would say, like, you, like, water down the super black, like, so you can use it. But for me, because I was, like, brand new to it, I didn't have the right consistency of it. Like, I got to touch up her tattoo because I didn't have the consistency of it over 2 days. What compared to just having, like, an actual
Like a
dark black.
pre-mixed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have a drop system that you use?
So it would be like, let's see, you got your ultra black from Allegory, and then I used the dark gray wash, but it's a dark gray white wash from Empire.
It's already premixed.
Already premixed.
Okay.
And then on top of that, I'd add 5 drops of white, and then 3 drops of teal, which gives it, you're like borderline getting to opaque almost.
What about your black though? Like, how much of that do you put out on the cups, and how many cups do you use?
Yeah.
So I got 6 out. So 1 black, and then it's full dark gray, and then half, and then 12-7-3.
Okay.
And
12-7-3.
I mean, I do that on every session. I do that on every session, but
We have it on video.
Yeah, taking notes right now.
some people are darker than others. So sometimes if I'm working on a darker client, I barely get to the 3 drop.
Yeah.
But it's there just in case.
Right.
Yeah. And then you just figure out along the way. I'm still figuring out. Like, one of the hardest things to incorporate into my work was their use of open skin, like negative space or whatever. And I see it in your work a lot too. Like, you have good use of negative skin.
Yeah, I try.
Cause like I don't know like your whole background, but I went to like art school, so you train yourself to have those light tones. You can shade it out or whatever. Something's always there. But then when it comes to tattooing, I mean, you put that little 3 drop in there, now you're like muting it down a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
But there's some times in a tattoo where I'm like, man, that looks good by itself.
Yeah, you just gotta leave it
And I just
alone.
want to put something in there.
Nah, I be telling my brother that because he's super detailed. So I tell him like, bro, sometimes less is more.
Yeah.
You just gotta leave it alone, or like take a step back. Like what I do a lot, especially like if I got my headphones on or something.
Yeah.
I'm like zoned in, and then I'm like when I take my gloves off or whatever, I like gotta step back and I'm like, yeah, it looks good. Let me get back to it.
Like, just leave it alone.
Yeah,
Okay.
because sometimes you're in your zone and you're literally just copying what you see, so you forget to even take a step back and leave that skin, and you just start shading everything away. So
Did it take you a while to like grasp that concept, or have you been doing it for a while?
I think more now, like recently, but when I first started, because I'm self-taught too, bro, and I ain't do like art school or mentorship, none of that. So it did take me a while. I want to say like these past 2-3 years, I've been trying to leave more skin showing.
Yeah.
But honestly, like when I first started, I used to tattoo a lot of dark skinned people.
Yeah.
That was like probably maybe like 80% of my clients were dark skinned.
Same.
Yeah. So like I had to learn early on that you can't just shade everything because it just looks like a patch of gray or black.
It's all muddy.
Yeah. So I was like, damn, I gotta really like the whites. Sometimes even like the midtones, you had to leave them out,
Yeah.
or like just try to put like a stamp so that you can see it from far away.
I almost never use white. Like I use it here and there, but I try to like to never use it. I like try to rely on the contrast.
Yeah.
Contrast, so it's enough.
Yeah.
Exactly. If it
enough
looks
highlights
good
in
like
there.
that, then
Yeah.
I feel like that's
You
the
don't
best
really
way,
need it.
and I'm sure your clients appreciate it.
Oh
too.
yeah. They're like, bro, you're not doing white today.
Oh,
I'm
man,
like,
it comes to white.
Nah, we're good, bro. They're all sweating.
yeah, I know, right?
And so Eric, you also do content for yourself?
Yeah, so we're pretty new to the vlogging and the podcasting, but we like to vlog city to city since we go to so many of them, and so many of our clients ask us like, what's going on? Like, what happens at a tattoo convention?
Yeah.
How was your Nashville trip? How was this trip? I'm like, yo, it's a movie. It's a movie.
Here's the link.
Yeah. So
Here's the link.
so now we're like, all right, let's get all this stuff on camera. We'll show it off. So that'll be like its own content. And then while we're at that city, whoever's like the big name in that area, or whoever's at that show. So like we just did Troy from Villain Arts. That was our first episode. So it's gonna be like kind of hard to top that one.
Yeah.
Because like that's a big name.
That's the best way to do it. Not gonna lie to you. I watched this podcast, Impulsive, and they used to do their podcast in one location, but now they took their podcast on the road.
Yeah.
And they're literally doing everyone and anyone.
Yeah.
And it's because
Like
they're making themselves
It doesn't
available.
matter who they are.
No, as in like high names.
Oh,
like
okay,
high,
okay.
famous
Oh
people.
yeah, they just bring it to them.
Yeah, they come to them.
Well,
So
that's
like,
kind of like the Nook Boys.
the Nug Boys too as well. They have the same strategy.
Yeah.
They go to you. You can be whoever you are. You're famous. You got a lot of followers. So instead of you coming to them because they have the podcast, they bring it to you, and then they work around your schedule. So I feel like that's a great way for you to like get those high names in your podcast.
I feel like, well, we're gonna, obviously we're gonna wing it the first few episodes because like we have, we don't have like this stuff on the road. we've found a way to make it mobile, and then I invested in my camera to match the camera of our cameraman. So it's like less editing that they got to do on their end, but
you're matching the qualities.
Yeah. And you know, that was the first one. We were lucky enough to get a room that oversees the tattoo floor,
the convention floor.
Yeah, so you can see it in the background. I've seen the video. It's already pretty much done. So it's nice to be like pretty informative, but a lot of episodes we don't want it to be informative. We want it to like almost be like this, like just chill
conversation,
like get some goofy stuff in there. But some some guests aren't going to be like, you know, goofy or whatever.
And you'll get a little bit of everything. You'll get people that are like sweating and they're like, shit, like this, did I say that wrong? Or like, can you delete that? And we're like, dude, you fucking killed it, you know? But in their head, they're like, you know, stuck. Has
that happened here?
Yeah, we've had a couple. And I'm like, we'll cut it. And then I'm like, I have to cut it. I'm the one fucking cutting shit. I ain't cutting shit.
Daryl's funny because he'll leave shit to like mess you up in there sometimes, bro.
Just ask you a question, make it worse.
I make sure there's anything in there that will get you in trouble. It's out. You know, I'm not gonna be a dick, you know, and set you up.
Yeah. I feel like people just overthink, bro. They're just thinking of what they're gonna say, and it's like most of the time it's stuff that people want to hear. They want to hear who you really are.
Yeah, and you like trying to hide it or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I will say like the more of these I do, the more comfortable I am. But it also comes down to like you know, the people that are hosting it. I mean y'all I mean I see you all the time, so it's like I'm not meeting you for the first time. So I'm not nervous or anything. But when I did the one with Shine, like I was a little nervous.
Just pretty nervous.
Yeah, I'm like, because you know, my
you
first
was
time
pretty
being
stiff in there, bro.
Like, stiff and just like, hey, sit down in this chair. I'm like,
sit down, put this shit in your face and talk.
So yeah, like, you know, it was cool for what it was. And then the one we did with Troy, like that one's a little bit more chill. It was just like a casual setting like this. And then this is probably what, my third or fourth one.
Wow, that's a lot.
Like pretty chill. And now, like, I'm anxious now. I'm like, all right, let's go run up that list. I mean,
nah, that's smart.
Let's get to 20.
Whose podcast are you on next? Do you have one already?
Nobody else's for right now. It's more so just our stuff. So we got like a whole list of people that we want to get in contact with, or we actually got in contact with. It's just a matter of if we're when we meet up in that city, let's actually get the content done outside of the tattooing. That's the hard part.
Hell yeah.
It is, man.
Yeah.
People go to conventions, and I feel like I've seen it with these guys. They don't want to, after you're done with the convention, they don't want to fucking
I'm
do
in
anything.
goof mode, bro.
People want to go drink.
I'm already
People want
drunk
to
by
eat,
then,
have
bro.
fun.
Yeah, I already crushed my drink.
So you're asking for a
Already
lot.
3
but-
Hennies in.
Dude, if by noon.
Especially when your clients come and they know you, they're like, yo, bro, you want to drink?
Yeah.
We take like 3 shots before we even get started. Bro.
Jeez.
And then by the time we're done, we're on like shot 12. And I'm like, hey, don't fall on the stage.
You start doing lines on your. I'm in shot 10.
That's funny.
What we tatting today?
double dipping the cups.
I feel like for us, bro, going back to what he was saying, for us, I would like us to go like to different states, like how we had spoke of earlier. But I feel like because it's 2 of us, it would be 2 schedules that we got to figure out.
Yeah, I feel like weekends can work. We can make weekends work.
Yeah,
because I have a job too, 9 to 5, and you know he's busy every day.
Yeah,
you know, even when he's off, he's still here working.
Yeah.
So like we gotta line up those schedules, and I feel like taking it on the road will be pretty cool.
Do you do a lot of shows? Like you personally?
What do you mean, me personally?
Like, do you do a lot of shows with them, or do you?
Oh yeah, I've been to almost every show except for the last 2, which is Chicago and Houston and Mexico.
You did do Chicago, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I didn't. Yeah, but before that, I've gone to almost every show.
Okay.
I have like so many passes from different conventions.
Yeah, bro. He's
I have like 8 or 10, I think so, at home.
Yeah.
So like I have my own little collection, but yeah, I love conventions. They're fun. They're a good time, and
I would say you do a really good job on your presentation.
Oh, thanks, bro.
It's like we're getting our booth, our travel group to that aesthetic, but. Yeah, you got that down pat.
Thanks,
all you see
bro.
is HH everywhere. Like,
yeah, no, that's a lot of like us going to
too.
different conventions
Yeah.
and seeing other people's things, and then just doing our own part here where
got
we're
the
like
merch and everything.
Yeah.
It's
No, we try to
out.
make it look better every year, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're going to improve from here. It's like it's already pretty good.
Yeah, it's kind of hard now. I feel like this is our like not forever set up, but this is like as best as we've had it.
Yeah, this is probably a good. It's gonna last at least another 2, 3, 4 years easily.
Yeah.
Maybe even less. Who knows? Shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's.
I mean, we got to make that jump.
It was a
last
lot.
for
It
that
was a
price
lot
that
of
we
money.
got it for.
Yeah,
It was a lot of
Them
money.
banners are expensive, bro. The
Yeah.
big ass ones.
Yeah.
But it makes a presence, and that's what we want.
Yeah, that's.
You
I mean,
won't-
honestly, like you can come to a show, not even booked, and because of your presence,
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah, you
that's
walk
how it was
out-
in
you walk
Mexico,
out with-
bro.
yeah.
We were busy
Yeah.
in Mexico, and it was, bro. There was people from Korea, people from like all over the world, and like, bro, I think the most expensive full day that I found there was 4,500 pesos, which in dollars was like 280
Jeez.
for the full day, bro. And his work was like
280?
No lie, his work was better than mine. Like solid ass black and gray.
full day, man. 280s.
Yep,
Man, barely making enough for
$280.
the ticket.
Bro, yeah, like no. When you go to out of state
What?
conventions, I mean out of the country,
yeah,
it's really just for. I think it's
just
just
a
for you,
flex.
bro.
For fun and
It's just for you.
exposure, yeah.
Just to go for
What?
vacation, really.
Yeah.
Because you're paying for the flight.
Yeah.
The booths were more expensive than here, bro, in Mexico.
Wait, are you serious?
You know what's crazy? When we got there, their regular booth size is half of a booth that we have here.
Jeez.
So when we got 5 booths, just because we were like, fuck it, we're gonna go
yeah.
all out, bro. 5 booths translated to 2.5 booths.
So like this right here.
It was literally 2.5 booths.
This room is 2.5 booths.
Yeah, and on the third one, and they put you next to somebody. So the third one, we were like next to a random person.
yeah.
But what we did, like we moved that person's stuff out, bro. So we had 3 booths. that person, I don't even know where they went.
Well, that's insane.
I'm sure they were fine.
Nah, it's crazy, but it was like it was still the same price as what you pay here, bro, and it was less. But and like down there, because nobody did it like that. Like down there, everybody was like just taking pictures of our setup.
Yeah.
Like artists were coming down, and then they were like, "Where'd you buy it?" And some like there was 2 artists that were super serious about like the website and everything. So I gave them all the info, but when they saw the price, they were like,
Fuck no.
especially like dollars converted to pesos, they
Yeah,
were
that's
like,
a lot of money.
"You paid this for that?" I was like, "Yeah."
It's probably like 20, 30, 40,000 pesos.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably more.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
it was pricey.
Yeah, no,
It's a good
crazy.
investment though.
But it's nice though, cause bro, you meet like down there, you really meet like hungry people, bro. Like they're not playing when it comes to their work. Like down there, I didn't even put
It's
nothing
like a different
in.
grind or
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
no, like those foreign people, they're putting like full leg sleeves up, and down there it was like for one category, it was like 103 people for like black and gray.
Jeez.
It was crazy.
Over here complaining about the Philly show.
Nah, down
70
there,
people. Oh my god.
I went to Guatemala too, bro. That's another story.
Off the camera.
I think the camera went off.
Yeah, I think that went off. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah,
let's wrap it up.
wrap it
Let's
up.
look at this camera right here. Well, I think we're sadly done. I feel like we have enough.
I feel like we
We have
go-
more conversation in here for another episode at least.
yeah.
Yeah, we could definitely
We
go
can
through
run it
another
back a
bottle.
different day.
So we'll come back a different day, maybe with a different setup. Who knows?
Yeah. We'll merge the 2 setups.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Bro, maybe we could have your sister talking about the business too, you know?
Yes.
Explaining how it works in the front end.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna have her.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she was dropping gems left and right. I feel like she
Yeah.
helps you run the business, which is very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the not fun part.
Keeps my
of
stress
tattooing.
level down.
For sure,
Yes.
bro. That's what
Can
you
work.
need.
Yeah.
Just work.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
Well, Eric, thank you for your time. Appreciate it. You and your sister, thanks for coming out.
Appreciate you having
Tell
me.
this cameraman where people can follow you, what you have going on, any conventions coming up in 2024. What's up with that?
On Instagram, you can follow me at Satchmoe_art. But we also run the Flawless Empire tattoo page. My sister runs the Gremlins Tattoo Lounge page. And we have a lot of shows coming next year for 2024. We have about like 16 plus shows, starting off with Minneapolis and then Philly, then DC for the local one. We're always doing like Baltimore too, but we're pretty much all over the map next year. So you'll be able to find us somewhere.
There we go.
Okay. There you go. What about the podcast, bro? Is that like, do you have a name for it yet? Is it up yet?
Oh,
Where's it coming?
we're keeping the podcast underneath the Flawless Empire name. So if you were to look up Flawless Empire Tattoos on YouTube, you can go through our channel and then you can pretty much go through there and see like what the vlogs are from city to city. But then you can also find the podcast, like interviewing different guests and stuff like that.
Nice. All right, Eric. Well, thanks for your time, bro. Appreciate it.
you for coming,
Great
bro.
meeting you
And
guys.
the good food too.
Yeah,
Right,
for sure.
right. Anything else we need to say before we say goodbye?
No, that's everything. Just don't forget to follow us, like, subscribe, all the good stuff, and then make sure to check my boy out. Follow him on Instagram. Follow the whole team, and just stay tuned for the next podcast, guys.
Yes. Inclusive out. Thank you,
Yes,
everybody.
sir.
Peace. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate it, man.
Thanks.